Testing. Can you hear me? You said it's. You sure your volume's not down, bro? It looks like my sound is good on my end. Felix said you can't hear. You can't hear me, bro? Okay, Dirt Gang said he hear me. Hey, okay. You had me afraid, man. You had me definitely afraid. What's up with it, family? Man, what's up with it? What's up with it, man? Sheesh. What's up with it, family? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth. And this is indeed the Black Coffee Club Live, man. Brought to you by the Black Gentleman Grooming Company. Yes, the Black Gentleman Grooming Company, man. We do have a line of all natural handcrafted grooming products, specifically with you in mind. So be sure to come check us out, www.theblackgent.com. That is www.theblackgent.com. Man, salute to you all, man. Salute to the family. Salute to everybody over at the shop, man. Doc, the street team, brand ambassadors, everybody, man. The IT team, man. Everybody, man. Salute to the family, everybody that's making that thing possible, man. And shout out to everybody that supports the mission, man, and the vision. So salute to you all. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. Also, shout out to everybody that's supported the vision, showed love, and is currently rocking out with the Simple Truth Minute Manual, man, the second edition of the book, as well as the accompanying personal planner. They're both available at theminutemanual.com. That's www.theminutemanual.com. Salute to you all, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. Man, if I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. Y'all already know what it is, and y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know exactly what it is, and y'all know exactly how I'm coming, man. Salute to the family, man. I am indeed Junior the Truth. You can follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth. It's JuniorTheTruth, and that's over all the social media platforms, man, each and every one. But if you're really looking for me, man, really looking for me, you can come over to the hub, www.JuniorTheTruth.com. That's all things Junior the Truth. That's www.JuniorTheTruth.com, man. And once again, one time for the most consistent morning circle on the planet, man. Thank you all so very much, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all. Let me ask y'all something, man, while I got y'all coming in here. What's the ideal time for us to start the show? Because obviously it's not going to be 9 o'clock. You feel me? What is the ideal time? And that's Eastern Standard Time. What's the ideal time for everybody for me to start the show? I'm thinking, man, I always be wanting to go like 7:30, but I think 7:30 might be too much, right? So, can we 8 o'clock a.m.? Does that work? 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? Y'all think about it, mull it over. Let me know. What time y'all want to start the show? Because I want to pick a time. Part of my system is I need to pick a specific time for the show, and we need to rock with it. And so I realized I needed to bring that to the family. What's the ideal time for y'all? Dirt Gang Boss said 8:30 a.m. is ideal for him. Felix says 8 works. Okay. Y'all mull it over, man. Mull it over. An ideal time. And it's so somewhere between, I guess, 7:45, and I can't start no later than 8:30. It can't be any later than 8:30. All of this, this lateness is on me. Today I flooded my washroom, so it's all on me. But we really got to pick a concrete time, and I got to plug that in, and that's just what it's got to be. So y'all think about it, man, once again, and let me know. King Vonnie said 8:30 is good for him too. Okay. So 8:30 is looking like 8:30 is a good time. 8:30, and that's Eastern Standard Time. So once again, I'll ask that question a few more times during the day as everybody starts to pour in here. All right. So salute to everybody. Once again, the most intentional morning circle on the planet. Thank y'all. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all, man. Y'all know exactly what it is with me. Y'all know exactly how I'm coming, man. Thank you. I am so grateful. I love you, and there's nothing you could do about it. Absolutely nothing you could do about it. Let me say this up front. This is not a rant. This is not a rant. This is not an attack. This is a mirror moment. You feel me? This is another mirror moment. We can't get out of the month of February without having a for real mirror moment. So this is another one of those mirror moments. Okay. The title as you all see, is the culture has a discipline problem. And we do too. And we do too. And I'm going to say this. If that makes you uncomfortable, good. Good on you. If that makes you uncomfortable, good on you. Good. Because once again, discomfort is where clarity lives. Clarity lives in discomfort. It lives in discomfort. It absolutely lives in discomfort, man. And today, we gonna get to it like lighter fluid because that's the only way to do it. Let's get it.
One, two, and I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I post. Up dailies, sip Baileys out the bottle and smoke.
Man, y'all already know how we get to it. Salute to the family, man. Thank y'all so very much. The most intentional morning circle on the planet. AB is first in the building. What's up with you, homie? Salute to you. Yes. Hey, man. I don't know. It seems a little different today, y'all. It's hitting a little bit different today. It's giving breakthrough. You feel me? It's giving clarity, if you will. Man, it's giving we got to get the work done. Salute to the homie King Vonnie 86 in the building. What's up with you, family? Salute to the Dirt Game Boss in the building. He said, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It's the only way to go. Yeah. Salute to my brother Dirt Game Boss. Hashtag Thought Master. Hey. My brother Boxing and Barbecue in the building. What's up with you, homie? Felix Nunez, the artist in the building. He says, looking like a high caliber hitman in the last thumbnail. Hey, man. You know how that shit go, man. You know how that shit go. You never know when I have to get at my man. Salute to my sister, Nella the Great, a.k.a. Kia Allen in the building. What's up with you? Yeah. Salute to the Dirt Gang. Say it's a new, you already know. Simple Prominence in the building. What's up with you? Over on Kick. Salute to you. Tiffy 2, what's up with you, love? New day. It's a new, yeah. K underscore in the building. What's up with it? Nada 86 in the building. What's up with you? It's a new 225 Boxing Talk. What's up with you, homie? Sweet Tay over on the YouTube, Facebook showing love. It's a new. What's up with you? Corner Girl 66, aka Shade Girl 85. New day in the building. What's up with you, love? It's a new man. Salute to my sister Tay pulling double duty, man. New day. Yeah. It's a new man. Man, salute to y'all once again, man. Shout out to the most intentional morning circle on the planet. That would be y'all, the Black Coffee Club. Yes, indeed. Salute to my brother D-Man Jr. in the building, man. What's up with you, homie? Salute to you, family. Yeah. Tay said, I see you grinding. That's the only way. Kia said, releasing my ego is really uncomfortable, but I'm seeing the benefits. Yes. I now understand how big my ego was and how it gets in my way. Ain't that something? Clarity. Uncomfortable clarity. Uncomfortable mirror moments. But that's where clarity resides. That's where the clarity resides, where the clarity resides, where the clarity resides. And I'm gonna tell you, man, if we're gonna be real, man, and let's just take the cut off the dope, you ain't gonna get shit done without clarity on some personal development, personal growth, self-mastery, shit, all the way around, just productive citizen. You're not gonna get nothing done without clarity. You feel me? Nothing gets done without clarity. Yeah. Yeah. Like that's a whole, man, I don't even know what to say about it. That's a whole ordeal. It's a whole entire ordeal. Nothing gets done without clarity. So first, what do I mean by culture? What do I mean by the culture? I think y'all know what I mean when I say the culture. But I have this thing where I no longer want to allow you all to just allow me to say words without some clarity so that we can get some working definitions about the things that we're talking about. You feel me? So when I say the culture, I need you to know exactly what it is that I mean. The culture, when we say the culture, I'm taking my time, y'all, because I'm trying to be very mindful. Trying to be very mindful. So I'm taking, like they say on the Fat Heartbeats, when he felt like going on, he said, "Take your time." I feel like going on. Take your time. So I'm taking my time. But when we say culture, man, we're talking about the habits that we normalize. We're talking about the behavior that we celebrate. We're talking about the standards that we tolerate. And we're talking about the narratives that we repeat. Culture is not the music, it's not the fashion. Culture is repetition. Culture is what we do consistently as a group. Did y'all get that? Culture is what we do consistently as a group. Us. Us. It's what we do consistently as a group. And if we look at it honestly, and when we look at it honestly, we struggle with discipline, family. We struggle in 2026 and beyond. It's looking like we struggle with discipline. Yeah, we struggle with discipline. Everything is short-term thinking, right? Everything's emotional reactions. You feel me? Like emotion, everybody just emotions are just at an all-time high. Grown men can't even talk about the sport of boxing without threatening physical harm to one another in 2026. You feel me? Like grown men can't even have a rational conversation, a rational difference of opinion about the sport of boxing without threatening each other with physical harm. And everybody's just emotionally driven. Never seen so many emotional men in my life. And I'm an emotional man. But I never seen so many men being led by their emotions. In my life, everything's emotionally charged. Men waking up, getting out the bed, emotionally charged up. Yeah. Emotionally reacting to everything, going throughout the whole entire day, emotionally reacting to everything. emotionally reacting to Trump, emotionally reacting to LeBron James, emotionally reacting to their favorite NFL team, emotionally reacting to Donald Trump. I don't know if I said that. Emotionally reacting to the return of Floyd Mayweather, emotionally reacting to everything, man. Emotionally reacting to everything. You feel me? We struggle with discipline, short-term thinking, emotional reactions, blame before accountability. Blame before accountability. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a man's game. Blame, like pointing the finger before accountability, before you looking at yourself, that's not a man's game. Impulse. Everybody's acting impulsively over intention. And the truth is, man, we can't fix what we won't admit. And that impulsivity is a big one. Do y'all understand that I have a 10-year-old daughter, and I am actively working with my daughter on controlling her impulses, because I can't raise my young lady to grow up and to be a woman that acts on impulses. You feel me? Impulsivity is a motherfucker. If we're gonna tell the truth, and we're gonna talk that one way, impulsivity is a motherfucker. And impulsivity will get you in some shit that you never seen yourself getting into. And we are walking around with impulses over intention. Culture is what we do consistently as a group. It's what we do consistently as a group. Yeah. And we can't fix what we won't admit. Look at current events. Look at current events. Every week there's some sort of outrage about something. You feel me? Kid said, bruh, I'm impulsive as fuck. That's why I avoid gambling, drinking, and men, etc. Man, I'm telling you, the most well put together, the most thorough women that I know are calculated, they're calm, they're even, that's dangerous. They're difficult to read, they're dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. Dirt Gang said intention over impulse. Yes, Lord. Gotta have intention over impulses, bro. Got to. You gotta have intention over your impulses, bro. We got to. In the culture, we don't do it. We don't do it. Look at the current events. Every week there's an outrage. Every week. How faux is it that we have people falling out every week? We got a new beef every week. Think about that, y'all. How is it a new beef every week? And we got people beefing over anything. People make up stuff to beef about. First of all, why is it even called beef? You understand what I'm saying? Like at some point, like at some point, the thorough motherfuckers got to step up and say, man, wait a second, bro. Internet beef is an oxymoron. I don't know if y'all coming from where we come from. You feel me? Either we come from where we come from or we don't. Either we have the experiences that we have, or we know what we know, or we don't. But beef, yeah, beef comes with bloodshed. You understand what I'm saying? And so we have taken something that for the duration of our lives or my life, for the duration of our life, we've taken something that really truly meant something, and it was really treacherous. It was really treacherous. You understand what I'm saying? When it was it was really treacherous, and we've taken it and we've turned it into some sucker shit. You feel me? Because beef came with blood and bloodshed. And bloodshed is always bad for business, and I don't care what business you in, legally or illegally speaking. Bloodshed is bad for business. You feel me? So internet beef is an oxymoron. And I'm going to show you how oxymoronic internet beef is, respectfully. Now, I said I was going to talk about this. Salute to my brother Stormy B, man, just slid in. What's up with you, bro? Now, I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I talked about it, and I made some videos going in depth about it for the network. the Simple Truth Network, but not to share here. But I'll say this: an example of that is all of these social media figures that are entering into beefs. YouTube is a social media. These podcast platforms are social media. Instagram, all social media. Old school instantly in the building. What's up with your homie? So we had, think about this. So we had, just y'all humor me because I know y'all know about this because y'all get up and follow the bullshit because we're sick and we have a problem with discipline. So listen, so we're familiar with the Corey Holcomb situation, Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. You know, we're familiar with their situation, right? So these dudes, salute the Thrive and Glow with Joe in the building. What's up with you, Joe? Salute to Be About the Farms in the building. What's up with it, bro? So these two individuals were in the presence of one another, right? They were on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show. They were in each other's presence, face to face, and they had a disagreement. So they were going back and forth, yada, yada, yada. And then they took turns disrespecting one another. One after the other. They disrespected one another, moved some furniture around, sat next to each other, threatened to go out back and fight, and whatever the case may be. And it ended in Anton Daniels getting up and leaving the show, leaving the studio. It ended with that, right? Just that part ended. So they left each other's presence peacefully. I paused on purpose. I ain't stuck, ain't froze, ain't nothing buffering. It's just me pausing. They left each other's presence peacefully. Went to their respective corners of the World Wide Web. New Fat Boy Fitness in the building. I see you, family. Went to their respective corners of the World Wide Web and proceeded to talk about what they would do to one another and who would beat whose ass and this beef and that beef. And it's turned into something totally, it's weird. You understand what I'm saying at this point? Because there's this situation being addressed this way. And then you got Corey Holcomb acting the way he's acting and sharing pictures of Anton's wife and kids and all this bullshit. You got Anton going to go sit down with a woman, what's her name? Tasha K. Going and sitting down with Tasha K to talk about his beef with another man. These is men. These are men. And these are men that have achieved a certain level of regard and a certain level of status in the culture. They have the attention of a significant amount of the attention of a significant amount of people within the culture. You feel me? And this is the shit they doing, Boxing and Barbecue. This shit is, and I'm sitting here looking because these motherfuckers my age and older. So I'm sitting here looking at this shit like, nah, this can't be, bro. Like this can't be, because I thought both of them dudes was a little bit more solid than that. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the shit that we doing. Like, this is a whole bunch of sucker shit that we doing, and people are sitting around cheering this bullshit on. And meanwhile, what's going on in what's going on with the culture? Meanwhile, what's going on with the culture? What's going on with us? What's going on in our homes? What's going on in our communities? What's going on in our neighborhoods? What's going on in our respective cities? And this is the shit these men are doing. I'm using them as an example. And all you see are just men. You see podcast people falling out. Oh, I got this many people on my podcast. I got this many people on my podcast. And they going back and forth, throwing shots at each other. And now they're in some sort of beef. All of these people attached to the culture. And then what I say, the culture has a problem with discipline. The culture has a discipline problem. And we do too. Y'all try to look at me like I'm fucking crazy, but I'm not crazy. You feel me? Because we got a problem with discipline. Because if we didn't have a problem with discipline, I wouldn't see men acting the way that men act. I wouldn't see women acting the way that they act. I wouldn't see our children acting the way that they act. We got a problem with discipline. And you do too. Because you're watching and you're cheering and you're gallivanting and egging that shit on, because if you wasn't, they wouldn't be doing it. Yeah. Look at the events. Look at the outrage. Look at all the drama. Everybody's acting emotionally to everything, but where is the discipline, bruh? Where is the discipline? Where is two men have an issue, two men can sit down and talk? You feel me? I'm not a person, I don't have issues. You know why? Because I will call you. You feel me? Every organization that I'm a part of, every group that I affiliate with, I don't do the beef and going back and forth and bickering. If I have a problem with boxing and barbecue, I'm not finna call New Fat Boy Fitness. You understand what I'm saying? And talk about my issue with boxing and barbecue. I'm not gonna get on the internet and say, hey man, I got a problem with the brother boxing and barbecue. I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call boxing and barbecue. Hey bro, this is my problem. You did X, Y, and Z. I felt X, Y, and Z. You understand what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk and discuss it like men. You feel me? Like men. Where is the discipline within our culture? Where has the discipline gone? Because I'm gonna tell you, everybody know better. Everybody know better. Where's the structure? Where's the structure? Where is the long-term thinking of the culture? Where is the responsibility? We react fast and we think slow. We react fast. We think slow. We build slow. We blame loud as hell. We reflect quietly. Some of us reflect quietly. And all of that is an imbalance, and it costs us. You understand what I'm saying? Stormy B man, bro, we used to say, when you used to say something to the old men, bro, when you used to give your pawpaw and you used to say something to pawpaw and it was something pawpaw had to mull over, this is what pawpaw would do, Stormy. Tell me I ain't lying. You say something to pawpaw or some pawpaw gets some news, he got to mull over, pawpaw across his hands, across his chest, lean back in his chair. You motherfuckers is talking too fast. You reacting too fast. Pawpaw would cross his hands and sit back. He might gaze off into space for a second, get his words together before he answers you. Them old niggas answered slow. They thought. They reflected. They weren't of many words. And back then, the men who were many of words were the weakest amongst them. Were the weakest amongst them. All this damn jibber jabbering. Old school Winston Lee say, think twice before speaking. You feel me? Boxing be about as far as my brother said, man, we don't have a culture. All we have is dysfunction. Now we have a culture. We have a culture of dysfunction, top to bottom. We have a culture of dysfunction. And people want to, and salute to my brother Stormy B, man, over on the Rumble, man. Salute, bro. Yeah, we have a culture of dysfunction. No long-term thinking. Everything's imbalanced. Yeah. And it costs us. It doesn't cost us just socially. You understand what I'm saying? It costs us personally. It costs us personally. Because culture influences become identity. Don't leave that out. Culture influences become identity. And that is why when you take your ass places and you go and you talk to people who are outside of the culture, the first thing that they do is look for an opportunity to talk to you about something that they view as inside the culture because they feel that that is a part of your motherfucking identity. Sorry for cussing. Culture becomes identity. So when they say something to you about, I don't know, fucking little baby, thinking that they breaking ice with you and getting cool with you, and you look and say, shit, I ain't never heard of little baby. They look at you like you batshit crazy. When you look and say, I'm not familiar, they say, damn, because culture influences identity. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, culture influences identity. We sick, man. We sick. So let's talk habits. Let's talk habits. This is a self-mastery conversation. Don't ever get it twisted. When you come in here, we talking self-mastery, even if it's on a macro level. You understand what I'm saying? Because we'll tie it in to us individually before we're done. Because that's what we do. You feel me? That's what we do. And y'all stop fucking looking at me, man, and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the share. Hit the subscribe if you ain't here. You feel me? Go get some of your folks, your kinfolk that need to hear this and pull them in. You feel me? Because we going to school together collectively. Salute to my brother Desmond Kunkadal in the building. My BCU family. What's up with you, family? Yeah. So let's talk habits. What does the culture reward? What do we reward? We reward viral moments over consistency. That's why you have all of these people who are looked at as being famous because they've had viral moments over on social media platforms and algorithms that we have no control over. And they have these viral moments and they become popular over the people who are consistent. You understand what I'm saying? And then when we look at these people and these people become quote unquote popular, we associate them having more value than us. You feel me? We associate looking at them like, oh, they must have more valuable. They must have more value. They must be more valuable than everybody else. But then when you listen to these motherfuckers talk, you say, oh, man, what? And I get more from talking to my 7-year-old son. I get more game. That motherfucker will drop game on the ground for the hungry hounds to me. My 7-year-old son, like we be having game down conversations, real live game down conversations. And I look at him like, bro, you done been here before, little nigga. You done been here before. Y'all see him? Those of y'all that follow me on social media, y'all see my 7-year-old boy jacking up the van, changing the van tires, cutting grass, shoveling snow. You understand what I'm talking about? Thoroughbred, a youngin', thorough. And I had better conversations with him than these people with millions of followers and who have been, we've been told are valuable to us. Like motherfuckers, man, they choose viral moments over consistency. And that's why we looking at the shit flop, because we're in the age of Aquarius. It's the age of information. You feel me? We're in the age of information. But listen, we got people who we've been told they funny as hell. They comedians. Look at their skits on social media, yada, 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 yada. And then they get their ass on the stage because that's what the comedians got to go on stage. You feel me? So when it's time for them to go do what motherfucking comedians do, man, I got to stop all this cussing. What happens when you got to go do what comedians do? They get on these stages and they flop like Vlade, Divac. Because you can't compete with a comedian who's been going on these stages for 25, 30, 40 years. They really been doing this. And this ain't no disrespect to any of the online comedians, none of the content creators. This ain't no disrespect or no, I'm not trying to frustrate anybody, but I'm trying to tell you that the culture, we have come to a space where we reward viral moments over consistency. Somebody pop up talking about financial literacy and how they gonna fix your investing and get you millions and millions of dollars, and we reward that over a motherfucker like Be About It Farms, who went into his closet, sat down, and learned how to trade, learned how to read charts, learned how to spot trends. You understand what I'm saying? Learned about the fucking Fibonacci's and so on and so forth. Learned about day trading. Learned about options trading. Yeah. We reward viral moments over consistency. We reward flexing over financial literacy. I'm about to turn all this shit off and see y'all tomorrow. We reward flexing over financial literacy. You understand? Yeah. Yeah. We reward flexing over financial literacy. We reward emotions over preparation. Yeah. People get on here and they just talk and they just spew and they just pull shit off of out of their ass. And I'm listening to somebody talk about Black American history. And they gonna remain nameless because I don't want no dust up with nobody because I'm not an internet beef person. So I don't want nobody taking my image and likeness, my NIL. You understand what I'm saying? And doing anything crazy with it or using their resources. I don't want nobody's henchmen coming over here heckling me and none of that shit. But I'm listening to somebody talk about Black American history. You feel me? As it relates to the just everything, how we came to be known as Black people and this and so on and so forth. And I'm listening to them talk, and their information, this was just yesterday, was ridiculously inaccurate. Dates wrong. Travel patterns wrong. You feel me? Information just not lining up. But people are listening to it. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are listening to it and taking what he says as the shown of gospel because of his level of popularity. So when you get those people will literally idolize them. But when that person sits next to a for real scholar, somebody who has read, somebody who has traveled, somebody who has went to the places that we talk about, like my cousin Legendary Topcats. Shout out to my cousin Legendary Topcats. But you get next to somebody like that that's literally done it, and you realize the difference. You realize that shit can't hold up. You realize if you just read for yourself, you realize, that motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. But we reward that stuff. We reward, watch this, y'all, because I'm really about to shut this stuff down because we're going to go somewhere, because we reward clout over character. You understand what I'm saying? We reward clout over character. Like, just because a man got millions of dollars don't mean his character right. Don't mean his soul right. It don't mean that he's always right. It don't mean that the things that he does is always right. You feel me? And it's too much clout over character. It's too much of it. You understand what I'm saying? What about a man's character? What about what a man does? What about a man's word? What about a man's values? And I'm at a place in my life, like, if I can't interact with you and see your values within a few minutes of interacting with you, I ain't got no use for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're a father and I interact with you and I can't tell within a few minutes of interacting with you that you I can't tell that you value fatherhood, I don't got no use for you. You feel me? If you're sitting there interacting with me, right? I value fatherhood. You know how you're gonna know that I value fatherhood? Because you're gonna, more likely than not, you're gonna see me interacting with my children. If you catch me in my personal space, my personal life, you're gonna see me interacting with my children. You're gonna see my kids coming up, tugging on me, asking me for something. Or you're gonna see me stopping my children or correcting them. Yeah. You're gonna see me interacting with people that look like me. You're gonna see how I speak to the youth. And I stop them and say, hey man, what's happening with you? You good? If you interact, I wish K underscore was still in here. If you are around me long enough, like what I value is gonna be evident. You're gonna see it. It's gonna look like it. Don't just talk this shit, man. It's gonna look like it. I'm gonna look like exactly what I'm telling you. And if I can't look at you and see your values and see what it is that you value, what's important to you in 2025, man, I really don't, or 2026, I'm sorry, man, I ain't got no use for you. What can I do with that? What can I do with a man that don't value his family? What can I do with a man that's not here to protect, promote womanhood and protect childhood? I can't do nothing with no man like that because it should be evident. K underscore said, I am, bro. So watch this, K underscore. We were walking around downtown Atlanta, Georgia, when we were leaving the Tank Davis. Who was that? Who was Tank fighting? Was that Barrios? Was it Tank versus Barrios fight? And we were downtown Atlanta, Georgia, and we were walking around, and we were heading back to the hotel, and we seen the kids out there. Bro, you can't be around me and not see what I actually value. You feel me? If I'm around you, I should see what your value is. He said the kids was on the scooters doing tricks. The kids was doing tricks for tips. I was tipping the little niggas to do tricks on the scooters. And I just started giving them my money. I emptied out my pockets. I gave the kids all the money I had in my pockets. It was about 10, 11 of them. And I'm like, hey man, come here. And I don't have a couple dollars, so I'm giving them my money. So one of them, I gave him a 20. And he said, hey, you giving out dubs. Hey man, he giving out dubs. And all them motherfuckers rode their scooters down there. And I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta do a trick on the scooter. He jumped the curb. You gotta do something on your scooter. So they doing stuff on the scooter, and I'm giving them, I empty out my pockets. I gave the kids all the cash I had. Then I gave them a spiel about I need them to get out from down there and not get in trouble. You feel me? Go somewhere safe, get out from down here, and don't get in no trouble. That's what I value, man. And this ain't, how can I say this? This ain't no self-exhaustion of myself. This is I should be able to look at you and see what you value. If you say you value the youth, then it's supposed to look like you value the kids. If you value being a father, it's supposed to look like you value your father. You understand what I'm saying? You know why I know K underscore values fatherhood? Because it's the first thing he talk about when I talk to him. Talks to me about training his daughters. He talked to me about training his babies. I see pictures, him and his babies. It's too many people. I gotta question your character. And you out here talking to people, and I gotta question your character. You do certain things, I gotta question your character. And then the things that when we're choosing flexing over financial literacy, emotion over preparation, cloud over character, then what becomes normal is that discipline is boring. Preparation feels optional. Accountability feels offensive, abusive. You understand what I'm talking about? But the truth is, discipline is what builds wealth. It builds health. It builds stability. It builds legacy. When we look at those old folks who came before us, they were disciplined. You understand what I'm saying? But you cannot trend your way to mastery. You can't trend your way to raising the social economic status. And that is why we're trendy as fuck as a culture, but we're not raising our social economic status. You got to build that shit. And we don't do that. Man, let me get out of here, man. I'm way over. Yeah. 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 You got to build it. So this is where it gets personal, man, because it's easy to critique the culture. Like, that's easy. You feel me? It's easy to critique the culture, especially somebody who doesn't engage in a lot of parts of it, right? So that's easy. You feel me? That's easy. But it's harder to critique yourself. That's where it gets real. You feel me? So you got to ask yourself, once again, where am I undisciplined? Salute to the brother. I think it was Boxing 215 in here earlier. I think that was Boxing 215 who said he got to admit he ain't been as disciplined as he need to be lately. No. It was I Am Legend Boxing. Salute, family. He said I ain't been as disciplined as I need to be. You feel me? Yeah. 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 Salute to Be About It Farms doing that work. I see you, bro. I see you. But you got to ask yourself, where am I undisciplined? Where am I reactive? Where do I overtalk and under execute? You understand what I'm saying? Where do I blame instead of build? Because the culture is not out there, right? The culture ain't out there. It's not out there. The culture is us. The culture is us. Yeah, it's us. It's us. And so every time you behave in an undisciplined fashion, guess what you're doing? You're modeling undiscipline or lack of discipline to the culture. Every time we skip a workout, every time we avoid budget, every time we ignore hard conversations, every time, every time we choose comfort over growth, we are modeling a lack of discipline to the culture. Thus, we're no better than the shit we're critiquing. Yeah. We actually reinforce the cultures that we complain about. You got to sit with that for a second. Yeah. Yeah. Every time you don't have intentional conversations with your kids, every time you don't speak to the youth, every time you don't speak to somebody that look like you, every time that voice in your head tell you to go help that old lady with her groceries and you don't do it, you reinforce a lack of discipline. Yeah. So let me tell you why the Black Coffee Club exists. Let me tell you why it exists. The Black Coffee Club exists. It's not hype. It's not for viral sound bites. It's not performance. It's a disciplined circle. That's what this is. It is a disciplined circle. We meet, we reflect, we challenge ourselves, we build standards. The culture might be loud in the motherfucker. The Breakfast Club, YouTube, this group, that group, all these people, loud as fuck. They ain't saying shit though, but they loud. We let them be loud. We choose to be intentional. We choose to be intentional. We choose to be intentional. This is a space where accountability is normal. Growth is expected. Like, you come in this motherfucker expecting to get better. We expect to grow. I come in here expecting to grow. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about I come in here expecting to give you some news you can use so you can grow. Nah, as if I don't need to grow. I come in here expecting to grow. I come in here expecting to get better every day. I come in here holding myself accountable on my own shit. I ain't no different than nobody. I ain't no better. I ain't no better. We choose to be intentional. My brother Stormy B-Man, I don't know if you still out there. My brother Stormy B-Man asked a couple of weeks, he asked me to explain to you all what the coffee club logo meant, because there was a whole lot of stuff in it that's going over people's heads. It's going over people's heads. So I explained it to you. I just gave you the first part away. I call you all the most intentional morning circle on the planet. If you look at the ultimate design of the logo, it's a circle. It's a circle. That's why the coffee club, hosted by Junior the Truth, is wrapped around the cup in a circular motion. It is a circle. We are a circle of intention. We are a disciplined circle. The coffee cup is the absolute signal and the symbol of the morning. It's the symbol of the morning. Coffee cup is like the universal sign. A cup of coffee is the universal sign that I am up, I am ready to execute. That's what the coffee cup represents. That is what the coffee cup represents. The light bulb on the coffee cup should be self-explanatory. It should be self-explanatory. But if you're not, if it doesn't explain itself to you, let me help. The light bulb is the universal symbol for what? I'm gonna ask y'all just to make sure y'all paying attention and y'all rocking with me, because y'all damn sure ain't in the chat. So hopefully ain't talking in the chat. So hopefully y'all at least hit the like button. What is the light bulb the universal symbol for? I'm gonna wait because I didn't done a lot of talking. I can take a swig out of my coffee cup. Big Dad says idea, yeah. I mean intelligence, yeah. AB says info, knowledge, yeah. Idea, Kia Allen, yeah. Thought, King Vonnie, yeah. Tiffy 2, thought, yeah. Y'all all right. It is the universal symbol for an idea, for a thought, for information, for knowledge, for intelligence. It is the universal symbol for that. The light bulb came on. Bing! Hence, the light bulb is on the coffee cup, because the first thing that your ass need to be doing in the morning when you get up is you better start trying to figure you some shit out. You better start figuring you some shit out. The coffee is inside the mug, as you see. The coffee represents the inside, the innermost, us, yourself, the inside, us. We got to get our shit right on the inside parts. We got to get our shit right on the inside parts. And the microphone is self-explanatory as well, because that's the international, that's the global symbol for media, for podcasting, for us talking, because that is the primary means for this exchange. All I need is one mic. We are a disciplined circle. That's why people come in and they say, oh, they on some shit over there, and they move around. And I'm telling you, if you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is pay attention to something else other than yourself, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. How you finna get on here and start worrying about other people's business and you ain't tapped in with yourself? You ain't tapped in with yourself first. Nah, and I'm probably one of the only people that get on here first thing in the morning, especially within the culture, and say, nah, first thing you got to do, you got to pay yourself first. Yeah. You got to come on in here in this circle of intention with the rest of us, where accountability is normal, growth is expected, standards are respected, responsibility is embraced. That's the mission. Not perfection, but in practice, us to practice. Yeah. So that's what the symbol of the logo means ultimately. And I wanted to wait till the wrap up this month and give y'all that. So let me leave y'all with this, man, because I gotta go. If the culture has a discipline problem, right? Then what are you modeling? What are you modeling? Are you building or are you reacting? Huh? Are you preparing or are you posting? Huh? Are you intentional or are you impulsive? Yeah. We got to tighten up. We got to tighten up. I got to tighten up. We got to tighten up. Because the change, man, change don't start with bullshit speeches. It don't start with talking. It don't start with rants. It don't start with me in here going on and on and on. It don't start with anybody else going on and on and on. You feel me? It starts with standards, and the standards are driven by a decision. And that's where it starts, man. It starts with standards. And we got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. And as leaders, we got to do better. You feel me? As leaders, we got to do better. As thought leaders, we got to do better. As thought masters, we got to do better. Man, salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all, man. Man, we built different here, bro. We built different. Yeah, we built different. We built different. The most intentional morning circle on the planet, and we built different. Salute to y'all. Thank y'all so much, man, for taking time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. This is JuniorTheTruth signing off, giving you a reminder to view your life like a paradise until your life looks like a paradise, man. I'm Ohio-born, player-made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.
We offer the best grooming products for you. Dress so natural and handcrafted too. We want to help be your swagger, style, class, and luxury. We make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the black, yeah. Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. The black gentleman, yeah. Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
One, two, and I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I post. Up daily,